I'm out here today for a little tour of this neat old building here in Canyon City. This is the Saint Scholastica Academy. It was a girls' school for a long time. We're going to get some more information from the new owner, Phil. I'm here with some friends touring, so let's go check this out. So here in Canyon City on Pike Avenue, just a little ways from downtown, is this magnificent old building that was originally built in the late 1870s by the Colorado militia. It operated for a training academy for about 20 years, and then after that, in 1897, the Benedictine Sisters of Chicago came, the nuns. They came and turned this into a Scholastica Academy for girls. It was a school for 110 years. There's 7.5 acres of property behind me. It's been under construction. A few different folks have owned it and changed hands. Right now, they're doing a little refurbishing and fixing up to restore the old building, along with turning the dormitory into condos, and also re-landscaping the back and setting some new stuff up. Originally, the academy was set up with a dormitory, a learning center. There was an auditorium and a gym, a theater, a really nice indoor pool. There's a chapel and tennis courts. The chapel was the last thing to be built. It was built in 1983. This building has historic value, mainly due to Sister Frances Cabrini, who was one of the nuns that came over and started the facility. In 1877, Sister Cabrini became Mother Cabrini. In 1909, she became a naturalized citizen of the U.S. She passed away in 1917 at age 67. The Pope made Mother Cabrini a saint in 1946, making her the first U.S. citizen to become a saint. All right, so let's go meet up with everybody. We're going to check out the chapel. I'm expecting to see a bunch of really cool hardware and woodwork and mantles and staircases. We're going to check out the landscape, and there's also towers on the hill back behind. You can see on the top of Skyline Drive, they have some cameras up there to record the progress of all this development.
Hi, my name is Phil, and we're here at Scholastica PDD running the project, and we've got 4 guests who are going to come through and do a tour, and one of them, of course, owns this YouTube channel. So behind me is the historic building. This was originally built by the Colorado militia in the late 1800s, and they had it for 20 years before the Catholic school got a hold of it, and for 110 years it was that. So, and they concluded in approximately 2003. There was one other thing that occurred here before that, and after that it was all basically just vacant. And so we're going to give a quick tour of the historic building. It's kind of cool, and there's just a lot of history behind it.
We went into the building on the south side through the side door. Immediately going in, we noticed the very high ceilings and arches and woodwork on the door. Over to the right, I saw this cute little room that was a little different. It had arches on the walls and 10 ceilings. I'm a total sucker for 10 ceilings, even if they've been painted over. Through this room, you can go out and back into the main hall with the front door to the right and the staircase to the right. Flipping around real quick, there's some really cool hardware. Phil was pointing out the intricate work on these hinges, the door handles and locks, and the little heating knobs were all super unique. Here's a door handle from the side door, more heating knobs, and the hot water faucet just came straight out of the wall. Going up the noisy stairs, Bill was explaining some things to us. But of course, I was sidetracked by all the beautiful woodwork. Bill shows us where statues of the saints used to live on the staircase. As we came up to the second floor, we went into an old school room with a big chalkboard. Who uses chalkboards anymore? Beautiful large windows. I just love the way this building is built. And this was funny. These are all misnumbered. We had a little laugh about that. Back out into the hallway and looking at the stairs. We went down to the middle of the area. Here is Sister Cabrini, Mother Cabrini, Saint Cabrini's room. This is where she used to live. And she has this neat little patio right outside with windows that go to each of the classrooms on either side. Here's the little window here. You can see it out there. I'm going to go around the wall. You can see it from the classroom. There you go. And across the way, you can see the other one. From down below, this is where her room was. Then we went into another classroom that had all the plaques from the original donors to the Scholastica Academy. And they're keeping these to put back up.
So again, we're going to keep this, or if something happens to this building, we're going to give a chance to...
Be cool to have a wall.
Yep.
Then we went into another classroom, and this is super cool. Check this out.
It's not just a cat.
It's a door, it's a window, it's a window, it's a door. On this north-facing wall, you can see a bit of the foundation problem. The windows are so beautiful, and all these cool little cabinets.
These steps, I'm thinking that they're just fine, but I only allow one person at a time going up. So, yep, so they hang out there, and so I'll go up, and then whoever wants to go next, and the next, and we'll go from there. Once they get up on this step, then the next person can go.
We went all the way up the stairs to the upper level, the very, very upper level.
So on the outside, you can hardly see this section because it drops in substantially, but this is where the actual nuns lived.
This is where the nuns lived?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So it's got different wings that come all over the top of the building.
Here's the nuns' room, little teeny little room. These are the dormers you can see, and the roof outside is these little windows, little closets. Then you come back out into the main area, which I guess was kind of their common living space. And across the common area is a mirrored room to the opposite side with the same windows in the dormers.
So we'll go one at a time through here.
And then back down the spooky stairs. And then we came back down to the second floor, little schoolroom, and walked through some of the hall. A little school bathroom, back past Saint Cabrini's room.
So as I mentioned out there was a twin building like this, and access to that was above ground. So this was the door. Walk out there now and you're going to fall, one story, but this was the access point, or the thing that went across the walkway to the other building that looked just like this.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Here you can see the old access door. It's so high up. Next we came across a real cool fireplace that had been covered up. And most of the closets in this place are so small, you can't fit broad shoulder. You have to turn sideways to even fit into the little closets. But the woodwork, oh my gosh. Then we headed back down the stairs past the first floor onto the basement. We went down the basement stairs into what used to be the music rooms, with a very low ceiling down the stairs. As you go down the stairs, you can see to your left some of the practice space and music rooms. You can just imagine all the sound and music noise coming out of this area.
I'm coming. I'm trying. Come here and look up this. We have company.
Yeah, she's looking at us.
Then there was a cute little fawn hanging out outside one of the windows in the shade.
Yeah.
I know what it's like to hang in the shade. That's what I do all day in the RV. Phil started explaining the biggest drawback about this building, the foundation. 25 to 30 years of poor drainage has caused some problems to the north side wall, which you see here.
So another spot, this side hasn't sagged as much as the other side by any means, but right outside there's a chimney, and I think that chimney provided the
pushed on
structural
it.
support all the way up.
Yeah, you can kind of see through the windows. Everything. Here's the chimney from the outside. So the biggest need for this building is to find some partners to come in and help find a purpose for this building and fix this foundation problems, so this building can stay standing and remain part of history. Oh, yay, the music room.
Yeah, this is part of it. This was kind of a performing area that they had.
Yep, choir practice right there on the little risers, choir risers.
Yeah, and it wasn't a large population of girls. I'm not sure how many students they did have per class, but I think it was in 20.
Now this was definitely my favorite part of the tour, the music room. The walls are decorated with old sheet music.
Yeah, don't let this stuff come off.
Are these walls gonna have to be redone because of the foundation, or can you just slap some?
I think we can do something.
Because there is some big old cracks in the walls, obviously, it's all beveled. And a little comic strip there. But I could just imagine the beginning players and the advanced players all sitting in these practice rooms, playing and singing, the noise just rolling up from the basement. And the music room with the wood lining the walls and the little cabinets for clarinets and
And you
flutes.
talk about not being tall.
Yeah.
This right here, kind of a hobbit door.
Oh goodness.
Oh my goodness. And you weren't chunky either.
Nope.
No, you couldn't be large,
Nope.
and you have to know what number you're going in. Squeeze!
So again, they would put their instruments in there.
Oh yeah, there's like no noise barrier between these little teeny rooms. The practice rooms don't have any soundproofing. There's little numbers on the door so you know where to go. I guess you just knock between doors. Beautiful glass that's reflecting glass that pulls the light from the past room into the next room. It's a little dark down here now, but I'm sure with lights and the music going and the girls running up and down the stairs, this was a pretty happening spot. Then we headed back up the stairs, and my mind started reeling on all the things this building could possibly be. Could host some parties or fundraisers, weddings coming down the staircase. I sure hope they find a purpose for this building so they're able to save the beautiful building. Then we headed outside to check out the Planned Development District. Like the classroom being reused for offices, they took down the walkway between the classroom and the dormitory and also disconnected the gymnasium from the classroom. The scale of this building is amazing. As we came around to the north side of the building, we saw that cute little fawn again. So here on the north side is where you can see the foundation problem. If you look real close, you can kind of see it sways down in the middle and back up, and that's from 20 to 30 years of improper irrigation. And going back over to the dormitory, this is being turned into condominiums. There'll be 43 units, 29 one-bedrooms and 14 two-bedroom. The cameras on Skyline Drive have been capturing the changes. There's plenty of green space planned, and on the north side, there are 13 lots that are designated for single-family homes. Into the chapel and the chapel has already been repurposed for a call center for the federal government. students in Canyon City were specially trained to come work here. This is a great type of business for this space.
Yeah, this whole area here, this building, the historic building, and the next one over will be used for business purposes.
Okay.
So there will be people that are employed there in offices, and we're hoping that it's not, a dentist or a doctor where people actually have to come to the site, but it's going to be people like this, what's going in this building, that is just basically the employees for the traffic issues and stuff like that, because we're in a residential area,
Right.
and so we want to pay attention to the traffic issues.
And we're trying to get more, you're trying to get more jobs
Oh,
for the
absolutely.
locals here.
Oh, absolutely. That's what this partnership brings together. And, these would be many of these Canyon City students that were trained while they were in high school and then be coming in to perform this. So they went through a specific training to do this.
This is
Yeah.
Then heading back outside, we found the stone that was the original marker for the chapel. The Scholastica PDD is determined to preserve as much history as they can. They want to catch the past, but are determined to make something that will work for Canyon City. Here's some views of this magnificent building, which will hopefully continue to be part of history and stay standing a long, long time from now. So thank you so much
Oh,
for
you're welcome.
having us out here today.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate it.
Anytime. Happy to do that. Anybody else that you want to have, just let me know, and I'm happy to give them a tour.
Excellent.
Facebook one.
just
that
the
we've got.
Facebook,
Yep.
which is,
It's if you do Facebook and then you put in at Scholastica PDD, it'll bring it up, all the posts.
PDD.
PDD, which stands for Planned Development District.
Scholastica, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
So-
you so much.
you're welcome so much. This is amazing.
For even more information, check out the links below. All right, thanks again for joining me. It's been a fun day touring the Scholastica PDD. We thank Phil and Crystal and everybody for being here. Also, please check out my other films here on Tales and Tidbits with Lynette Wolfe. Also, check out my website, LynetteWolfe.com. Thanks for being in Canyon City today with me. We'll see you again soon. Took away my silver spoon, my superpowers never show. Like I'm halfway there with no idea where I'm going.